AITA for exposing my cheating boyfriend and ruining his reputation. So, I-28F had been dating my boyfriend, Jake 29M, for 6 years. 6 years of what I thought was a healthy, loving relationship. We lived together, had a dog, and even talked about getting married someday. I genuinely thought he was the one. But then, about 2 months ago, I noticed Jake acting weird. He started working late more often and guarding his phone like it contained nuclear codes. He'd always been pretty laid back, but now, even a simple "who are you texting" would make him snap at me. At first, I chalked it up to stress. He'd recently started a new job, and I figured the long hours were just taking a toll. But then one night, while he was in the shower, I saw a notification pop up on his phone. It was a text from someone named Mia that said, "Last night was amazing. Can't wait to see you again." My heart dropped. I knew I shouldn't have. But I opened his phone. He'd stupidly kept the same passcode. What I found made me sick. There were months of messages between him and this Mia. Explicit ones. Sweet ones. Photos. He'd been cheating on me with her for at least 4 months. I didn't confront him right away. I wanted to be smart about this. So I started gathering evidence. I took screenshots of the messages and forwarded them to myself. I also started paying closer attention to his behavior. That's when I discovered he wasn't just cheating with Mia. Jake was cheating with 2 other women as well. Apparently, he'd been juggling all of us like some kind of sociopathic circus act. I was furious. 6 years of loyalty, love, and sacrifice all thrown away because Jake couldn't keep it in his pants. I decided I wasn't just going to leave him. I was going to make him pay. The first step of my plan was to act normal. I didn't want him to suspect anything while I worked out the details. I pretended everything was fine. Even going out of my way to be extra affectionate, I wanted him comfortable. Next, I reached out to Mia and the other 2 women, Rachel and Lisa. I didn't do this to blame them. They didn't know about me, just like I didn't know about them. I sent them the screenshots and explained everything. They were just as furious as I was. We decided to team up. A week later, it all went down. Jake had planned a boys' night, aka a night with Mia, according to his texts. While he was out, I packed all my stuff and moved it to a friend's house. Then, I took our dog, because I adopted him, and left a printed stack of all his cheating texts on the kitchen counter. But I wasn't done yet. That night, the 2 other women and I met up at a bar Jake frequents. We waited for him to show up with Mia. When he did, we approached his table together. The look on his face was priceless. He tried to stammer out excuses, but we weren't having it. In front of the entire bar, we each took turns detailing exactly how he cheated on us and showed the evidence to anyone who'd listen. The bar erupted in laughter and disgust. Jake ran out, humiliated, but the revenge didn't stop there. I posted the screenshots on social media, tagging him and his favorite coworkers from his new job. Turns out, his boss didn't take kindly to employees dragging the company name into their messy personal lives. Jake got let go from his job. He's been blowing up my phone, calling me crazy and accusing me of ruining his life. His mom even reached out to say I was vindictive and should have just left quietly. I don't feel bad for what I did, but there is a part deep down second-guessing myself. So AITA for publicly exposing my cheating ex and making sure he felt the consequences of his actions.